All right, so I wanted to show you how the hydration system in the bed works, the water system, and then how to actually water the plants. All right, so the bed, each bed is going to have two poles. It's going to have this one right here at one end of the bed, and then if we follow all the way over here, it's also going to have that pole on the opposite side of the bed. So what is the purpose of those? What those do is that what you do is you water not just the plants themselves, as Abby and Aremi were doing a minute ago, but you also water the deeper parts of the bed as well. Every bed has one bottom layer of rocks with a tarp underneath them, and so those rocks and that tarp hold the extra water, and then the soil can draw water from those rocks. Now, when we water the plants, you want to make sure of two things. All right, you want to make sure that you add water inside of this spot right here. That way, the rocks underneath the bed and under the soil get some water. But then, obviously, you want to water each individual plant themselves. Now, let's check and see if they've done a good job at watering the plants. All right, so I'm gonna dig a spot right here, and the top layer of the water is wet. This kind of medium layer right under here is a little bit moist, but a little bit dry as well. So what you want to do is make sure that not only the very bottom portion of the bed where the rocks are lying are wet, but then also, and not just the very top, but all that in between space. Basically, all of this midsection of your bed has hydration as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue to water this bed and see if eventually we have enough water actually in the soil. All right, so if we look at this one here, this one was watered already, and you can see that that spout is dripping water. You see the water dripping there, and then you see obviously the soil right here is wet. We haven't quite gotten that yet at this one, but we will soon. All right, and keep this in mind. Just because we have water coming out the spout doesn't mean that there's enough water actually in the bed. Remember, there's a very base of rocks at the very bottom of the bed, so all of this bottom level might be hydrated. It doesn't mean that this actual middle level or the top level is hydrated. So you want to have balance. You want to water and have the rocks and the bottom portion of the soil hydrated, but then you also want the top, and you want to make sure you water it enough so you have the middle portion hydrated as well. How are we doing? We got any water yet?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit? All right, so actually what's happening here is kind of what we want and kind of what we don't. You see the water coming out there? So the bottom of the bed is hydrated, only that there's probably some leak and that's not allowing the water to come out through the pipe there, but it does mean that the very base of the bed has water in it. So we do have what we want, even though maybe it didn't work out perfectly as we wanted. All right, you guys want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Good there. And you two over there, what are y'all working on? Ah, very good. And what are you doing?
Getting the peppers.
Okay,
Is it here?
that's right. See? Tomato cages on our peppers. Ain't that great? Kind of looks cool too. All right.